Hey guys, we're back. It's your favorite bitches from Heartbreakers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are you excited that it's actually getting to be summer a little bit more now?
Yes. We only have spring and summer here. I know that we all freak
right.
out when it gets like 55 degrees. And sometimes like it won't even get 55, but we are so lucky. Like
I know. And
we're
you know,
about creeping up on some summer weather.
So I laid out last weekend and I thought I knew it was going to take a while to try and get a tan, but I'm like, okay, the UV index, because I'm like a tan junkie, it goes from low to high or extreme, and it was on moderate, which is a 5. So I was like, okay, that's enough. So I laid out for 2.5 hours.
Wow.
And I know, because I'm like, this is not gonna, I'm obsessed with tanning, like I need to be burnt.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then I'm like, wow, that did nothing. I was walking around the street going, oh, I just laid out for 2.5 hours, got no sun. Cut to hours later, I was roasted.
Yeah, you need to like let it like kind of soak in.
My skin was probably like, what is this? Like, I don't know how to process.
You're not burnt though? You're just
not
like...
anymore, because it was last weekend, but I was just so happy that I could finally get a tan again, and it's really relaxing to lay in the sun.
It's so therapeutic to lay in the sun like that and kind of just like zone out. That's why I love going to beaches and stuff. Like I'll lay there for hours and hours and hours.
So you have a good attention span for that kind of thing?
Absolutely.
Mine's gotten worse over time. So like now laying out for 15 minutes, I'm like, oh, this is so boring. Like, because I can't look at my phone.
You don't listen to music?
Then I put music on.
That's your time to like actually get rid of the phone.
Yeah.
Like, if you're laying there for 2 hours, you know what you should listen to? One of those like motivational things where they're like, and breathe in, and you are the most amazing.
Do you listen to them?
Yeah, every morning. You are the most amazing. You know, I'm all I need an ego boost every day. I was telling friends, I used to make one of my exes give me 10 compliments each day because I needed it.
Like I needed he would. Give me the fucking compliments
he just
now.
knew that he had to like, but I do listen to those things and I like them. If you're able to lay down for 2 hours, that's a long time.
No, so then that made me feel so good for the rest of the day, because I was like, screen time is bad, like just for mental health and everything. Bad. And I know that I go through like self-care and then nothing at all. And then I get really fucked up. And like, honestly, you've heard me even come in here the last couple of times and be like, oh, I can't sleep, so tired, my neck and blah, 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 blah. So what I realized, I bought all these different kinds of pillows. None of them would work. Then it just cut to me laying in bed at night going, picking up that pillow, putting down that pillow.
What do you think it is?
And then eventually I was like, you know what? I'm not connected. I'm like not present. I'm like reading text messages about work at like literally 9 o'clock at night, or like doing things that make me obsessed. Yes. Yeah. And then I'm not. So last night and the night before, I thought, okay, well, it's not the pillows. I bought so many of them. All these different ones, even ones that cup your head and hold your head in a certain position.
Wow.
I know. And then
what do you want? One of those straight jackets next so you can't get up?
Yes, I do. Because I started,
right
so I was tossing and turning so much that it started to hurt the hair follicles on my body because I was rubbing in my sheets too much.
What the frick are you doing at night that you're rolling around? Like, are you a gymnast?
I have an obsessive personality. So like the littlest things can just jump into my head and I obsess over them. And like what I realized is, okay, so last night I was like, white light. I'm like, the universe is filling me with infinite energy and calming me down. I'm plugging back in. And it was, I know it sounds kind of random, but it really helped. And so now I just remembered that, because I used to take Xanax and stuff like that, and that would help. Like, but I can't take medication anymore. So anyway, now I'm all about meditation and just doing check-ins and like having some time without screens and just.
Do you listen to brown sound before you go to sleep?
That?
You know, like white noise.
No.
And why don't you listen to brown noise? And it's like, you know, like that sound that like when you're in the airplane, it's like, like it's just like that hum, and like I listen to that. Yeah. I put that on my my Amazon, whatever it's called, Alexa, and I just have her play it. I like that kind of stuff to calm myself down. And
You're
I do
good with that kind of stuff.
Well, I have to, because I will be like you, and then my whole life will crumble if I don't sleep well. I think that's for everybody.
It's so important. I know it sounds insane, although I do love a good sleep conversation, because like I enjoy hearing if someone's had a good sleep, or if they have a, like, you know, because it is important. But anyway, now I feel totally normal today and great. Good. How have you been? What's going on?
Just same old, sleeping.
Sleeping and
just chilling, you know. have a couple of trips coming up. I'm going, I know we were just talking about it, but we're going to go to Costa Rica. I go to Greece.
Have you been to Costa Rica before?
No, I haven't been.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
Greece I want to go to.
Yeah, and so me and Holly are in Greece for 2 weeks. Did you know that?
Oh my God, you're going with her when she leaves in like 2 weeks? Oh my God, I didn't know you were going.
Yes, I'm going. I'm going to be there. I didn't realize because I just went through her travel agent. She's like, just talk to her. And I was like, okay, book whatever they have because I don't want to be like,
oh my God, you're going to be on a cruise, aren't you?
No, it's not a cruise. They're island hopping. Yeah. And what I think I'm going to do is like go to where I can't go anymore and then fly to Sicily or something like that. Nice. That's right there because I like to travel alone and I need that. I kind of used her going to Greece as an excuse to get me into like Europe and stuff like that. And so I could fly around
I think
myself.
It's good to start the trip off with people you know that are your friends and then be like, okay, like because in anything, no matter how much you like the person, eventually you're like,
2 weeks is a long time.
Yeah. Oh, so you're going to spend full 2 weeks with them and then go?
No, I told her, I said, I'm going to schedule myself for the full 2 weeks. But if I wake up one day and I feel like going to Sicily, you know how I am. Like I'll just be like, whatever, I'm gonna head to Sicily.
I feel like
now.
People should allow you to do whatever the fuck you want to do. It's no personal insult on anyone. Because like I'm like you in the fact that like I book things last minute. I'll make different decisions on a dime and be like, listen, honey, it's not about you. Or if you leave a party early or whatever, it's like, honey, I'm just doing what I need to do. Like I'm like today I feel like going the fuck away. Like and it's not about you. I'm just like ready to go sit on a rock now by myself.
Yeah, she knows that too because I told her that. I was like, I'll definitely like I want to go.
I think you and I are the same in out that we have a social battery that goes down too. So like it's really fun in the moment until it's not. And then you're like, okay, I need to be like out of here to recharge.
I have my social battery is like always dead. Like it feels like it's always dead. That's one thing I can't recharge.
I love that you're going to Greece though. I feel like that's where gay sex was invented. I think
you
it
just
really
made
was.
that. You made that up.
Tell me, Bran, is it gay sex? Was it invented in Greece?
Popularized.
Was it?
Yeah, because
I'm gonna have a great time there. I might go to a couple shows or something. They have that.
Oh my God, my ex has a house there. He never uses it. I always thought that maybe I would go there, although it's a bit weird. You know me and exes. I'm always keeping them as friends, and then it gets all complicated.
You love that.
Oh God,
your go-to. Be my friend after I break up with you.
Because I need everyone to like me. I don't want to have angry exes out there that are mad at me.
Well, they're mad at you.
No, I know. It's
they're
just like
angry, mad at you, whether you're friends with them or not. I'm like, what do you mean? They're all angry.
They go through stages, back and forth. I like to torture myself till the end of time.
I always regret it. Every single time I allow an ex to text me or whatever, I'm always like,
and
now I'm annoyed.
Book. Yeah.
And now I realize why I don't. You know, I saw a quote where it was like, stop like being proud that your ex is reaching out to you. They're just checking if you're still stupid. And ever since I saw that, I was like, it is so true because they approach you every single time, the same exact time. Hey, can I talk to you? I've been thinking about something. That's what they all say to me. And then they wheel
to see if you're still stupid. I love it.
It's true.
And I am.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh my God. All right, so let's get into the hot topics. I don't know why I keep calling everyone bitches. Okay.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
All right, people are starting to buy houses with their friends instead of partners. Ooh, cool segue. A new study shows that over 21% of Americans are buying houses with their friends as a way to beat the market and avoid renting. However, several people who have purchased a house with their friends found that mixing friendship and money is playing with fire. An anonymous study participant said that he only lasted 5 years. That's a long time before their friendship came to an end and they sold the house and went on separate ways.
Well, people get married for 1 year, buy a house and sell it a year later. So I think actually you should be proud for 5 years. Typically someone doesn't live in the same house for more than 7 years. Did you know that? People typically change their homes every 7 years. So he almost made it to that.
I think it was a good decision at the end of the day because like they had a great 5 years probably.
Yeah. And also I think that actually sounds really cool. I think it would be even better. You know how a lot of places here have the 2 homes and you could buy like a double unit home here? Like have you ever gone and looked at...
You need to have space.
Like I actually thought about doing that with one of my friends and you know the back...
This.
Yeah, the back house and there's like instead of
splitting
getting a
costs
giant.
and rates and things like that is good. I saw there was a group of women who all retired and they bought like a French chateau. So it's this huge castle in France and they're so much cheaper there. And they all just put in together and they're like, great, now we just crush grapes outside and make wine.
That
And like we're all friends and we just, and if you're in a
makes my
castle,
heart
you can be
happy.
all, you can be in separate wings of the castle. And they're all just like, yeah, should we go down to the pool? I'll meet you down there.
I love my space. I don't like living with anybody. I've never had an actual roommate. I've only lived with significant others. And I just don't think I could ever handle, I need to know that nobody's home. Like I like that. But I do think it's kind of smart, especially if you're saving money.
Yeah.
But like, how do you not make that a bachelor pad? Or is that what they're going for?
I don't know about these people. The
But-
ladies that I saw were like older. So they were like, fuck man, we don't ever want to sleep with a man again.
Well, don't they do that here?
Whoa. Oh yeah,
The
right.
owners of this home, don't they all? I said a bunch of guys that own one home. Or-
I don't know exactly what the
never
setup
mind.
is.
Okay, never
But I think that it's definitely, you have to know who your friends are so that you can actually live with. And for me, no, I don't want to live with anyone. Even if I got married again, I want to make sure that we have separate bedrooms and separate bathrooms.
Oh, separate bathrooms,
Yes.
100%. You know how I am about the bathroom.
Oh, yeah, right.
It
You got to
has
be
to
shaving your body. You don't want them to.
No, they
Yeah.
you know, I gotta get
Yeah.
up a shave every day. I need my
Yeah.
space.
Yeah.
But
You know that I shave my forehead? Because it just
What?
exfoliates the skin.
oh
It's
yeah,
so good.
I shave my face too.
Yeah,
I try to tell
It's the
people
best
that all the
beauty
time.
secret. I mean, not so because I
Yes.
haven't done it, but like I'll shave here, I'll shave under my eye area. And the moment you do that, it starts glowing because there's no dead skin at all. It's like
I do that.
microblading or whatever.
I
Like,
do that. I
people
try
pay
to
for
tell
that.
people that all the time. And when I stop doing that, that's when I start getting like
Yes.
acne. And I just was thinking the other day, I need to get you should get like an actually good, you could get them from Sephora, like the metal razors, like the really good ones, like the ones that really get that layer of skin off. And you'll see it, you know, like that fluff that comes off. But yeah, I shave my face.
Yeah, well, it's actually the
Secret.
smartest thing ever, and people should listen to us.
Yeah.
You know why? There's that old wives' tale that like you're gonna grow hair anywhere that you
No.
shave. It doesn't change your hair growth. No.
It's from the root.
Yeah. That's
You
fucking
know?
rude.
No, I said it's from the root.
Oh.
The hair grows from the root.
So you were saying the old wives' tale was
is-
rude.
And that is
That
rude.
fucking rude. I do not grow hair. Oh, great. Ryan decides to show up, our producer, only 3 hours late.
Hey, poor guy.
Anyway,
You're not getting any pizza today.
Yeah.
I say.
Fuck you, Ryan. I'm just kidding. Okay, so Beverly Hills Matchmaker claims that looking expensive as a woman hurts your chances. Nellie Saduri is an LA dating coach and matchmaker, mainly working on high-value singles. I hate this lady already. Saduri's top tip for high-value women is not to look high value. This means not showing off expensive clothes, cars, dinners, or sometimes even an education. She's saying if they see someone like you, they might feel like, I can't provide anything for her that she doesn't already have. Or I can't impress her the way I can impress a woman. So basically, date beneath yourself.
No. I can see how bragging can be a turnoff and ruin your chances, like just over showing off and things like that. That makes sense to me. But not showing your education. Why would you degrade yourself like that? That's actually could harm your self-worth and how you feel.
Any guy that's going to be threatened by you
Then
having
you
a
don't want
brain is
them.
going to be like, get the fuck away from me. Also,
You don't want them.
I didn't
Cancel
even
this
think of what
lady.
you were saying, which is true. Like, there's a fine line between like being braggy or like labels. Like, I have all the fancy things and like,
And not actually having any money saved or not actually being able to pay your bills. Like I could see how that is a problem. But tell me if someone goes to school 10 years to be a doctor and she's supposed to be like, well, no, I didn't really go to school for this degree, or even if it's a 2-year degree, like that shit's hard. Nobody goes to school anymore now. You know,
she's saying if they see someone like you, so generally the girl go for a girl who makes them feel a lot more masculine energy. It's just about them and their complex. Why the hell do you want any of these guys?
So she herself is projecting. And that's how she feels about herself. She's trying to get other women to act like that 100%, because it's not your problem if a man doesn't feel masculine because you have a degree or because you have nice things or because you provide for yourself.
Yeah. So
That just
basically she's
means
saying dress like shit and be dumb around these guys so you can be their damsel and they can save you.
That's
that works for a
exhausting.
certain kind of guy that's probably a nightmare.
Yeah, no. And then that's living a fake life too, which you don't want to do. You want to live in reality. Next. I don't like that one.
Fuck you, lady. A new study finds vegan men are more likely to give women the ick. I agree.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And can I tell you one more
Yeah.
ick?
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people are going to be, I cannot stand guys that drive Teslas. I don't like it. I don't know why. As soon as I see them driving a Tesla, it bothers me so much. I don't know if it's the shape of the cars.
They're just glorified Priuses,
That's what I
honestly. They're
keep
not even that
saying.
cute. They're all the same. And like, they're really into them. They're like, Tesla. Like, it's like a
attitude.
club. I'm like, yeah, we can see you a mile away. Thank you for driving a Tesla so we know not to.
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
it's the attitude of the people that drive the Teslas.
Can I say a lot of Tesla drivers as well? That's the most expensive thing they own. They live in an apartment somewhere and they're like, I got a Tesla. Like, no, but then they walk around and they're like, oh, did you see my Tesla? Like, I parked it right out of the front. Oh.
Yeah, that's an ick for me.
Yeah. Okay,
Major
so vegan men, though, I kind of get it just because, like, I mean, I like that people don't want to eat animals and stuff like that. But if a man is, I don't want to know that you're vegan.
Yeah, would you date a vegan? Like, what if someone was such a vegan that they didn't want you to have meat in the home? They didn't want you to eat meat around them? Like,
No, you do you and I'll do me because I don't
Yeah.
want to tell someone not to slaughter animals because it's better for the animals. Is anyone vegan here? Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So
I
if
wouldn't have a
anyone's
problem.
vegan, get the fuck off this set.
I wouldn't have a problem like if I had to cook for a man that
Yeah.
wasn't like, and I was making chicken and they didn't want the chicken or whatever.
Yeah.
That wouldn't bother me. But like I've been around people who are vegan and stuff like that, and they'll be like, "No, I can't have like
And
things."
I feel kind of guilty eating around them.
Why are
'cause-
we whispering now?
because they're not here. Okay, so I feel kind of guilty when people are looking at. I mean, yeah, when they're watching me chew on my steak.
It's not necessarily an ick for me. It's
Mm.
just I'm not used to. Never have I been with a vegan. I just don't know how I would
I think
react.
it's a certain kind of person because also you can be a vegan and not say you're a vegan, although I haven't met one yet because all the vegans
Yeah.
love to tell you they're vegan.
Yes.
How do you know if someone...
Like they're like this on the
Yeah.
okay, this has
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
Like,
There's like
and
a-
it's not just that they're vegan; it's that they're just
Yeah,
everything. Like
yeah.
this seasoning is not good enough. I
vegan
don't
leather. I can't
yeah.
wear those shoes
Yeah,
or that
it's-
fucking
yeah.
thing, or I don't want to sit in your car because the seats are leather.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh gosh.
Oh my God, I went on a date one time. This was a long time ago. And I
Yeah.
didn't realize that the guy was like, he worked for the zoo with like a rescue thing. And he was telling me how people skin like animals and all this
Oh
kind
my
of stuff and how horrible. It
God.
made me feel really bad. And I literally on my lap have a mink purse that I had brought.
Oh.
And I was like holding this bag thinking, oh my God, I hope he doesn't think that it is real. But I hope he doesn't like realize that this bag is real fur. I never saw him again. So I felt too bad, honestly.
He's gonna throw paintballs at you.
Yeah, like he was, and he was. I really felt
I think
bad.
if you buy humanely, like even meat that you eat and stuff like that, like I will buy organic meat that it says like raised on a farm
know,
with
I try,
grass.
and
Like
who
you're
knows?
supposed to do that, and then it's not as bad. Like organic eggs, so they're not stuck in tiny little cages. You can choose wisely like that. Anyway, all right, hotline questions.
All right. The caller needs to get a perspective on his wife's urge to touch his penis anytime he is naked. Anytime the caller is naked or in underwear, his wife will pounce on him and play with his penis. Sorry.
She's like a cat.
I'm sorry. It's just the way that it's worded. Yanking, not stroking it. He says it's gotten to the point where he's scared to be naked around her and will unconsciously cover himself when she's around. Is it normal? How can he handle the situation? If this sometimes leads to sex, does it make it okay? No. It
I'm
doesn't.
worried it's gonna fall off if she keeps grabbing it like that.
Well, first off, yanking and touching someone's genitalia in like an aggressive way is not okay.
Especially if he doesn't like it. If he's worried she's going to pounce on him, it's making him uncomfortable.
Making him go into his shell.
You know
That
what
kind of makes me
else?
sad.
It's like women when their nipples aren't hard. I heard this on Nikki Glazer's podcast that like they don't want you to see their nipples. What if she doesn't want to?
What are you talking about?
He
How
doesn't
did
want
that-
men. No, because like they're supposed to have a chub or be erect. Some guys don't want you seeing or touching their penis when it's not
when
erect.
it's small. Yes. I've had that before where like I always
I heard
try
it
to
was-
look at it when it's soft and small and they
Oh.
never let me. They
You're like,
never
"Let
let
me
me. Like I'll
look
try to
at
do
this."
like this when they're cold in the shower. But I like when
Why
it
do you want to see it?
I like when it
shrivel?
shrinks up like that.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm
Oh.
straight. Okay. But that's not nice. I think that she's got to chill. He's got to say,
She's
listen,
like a
you're
cat.
yanking on me and it doesn't feel good.
Also, don't make it like a weird game like that, because like
Sounds
then
annoying.
it might make him feel uncomfortable. Like, are you making fun of my like penis? Keep it sexier.
Yeah, it's probably definitely, it sounds like a turn off. If someone
Yeah.
was constantly yanking on me anywhere, and like anytime I got naked and stuff like that, I'd feel very uncomfortable.
Not cute. It makes you feel self-conscious.
It's almost like she has like a nervous behavior where she's,
that's true.
you know?
That could be it. Then you need to just address that with her and say, listen, this makes me uncomfortable. I don't like it.
And
I'll
it
let you
definitely
know
doesn't.
when I'm ready to show you my penis. Or if I happen to be walking past, keep your mitts to yourself until I tell you it's okay.
Yeah.
She doesn't own that penis.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, she does.
What that pee-pee do?
What?
Remember that? There was an Instagram where he was like, oh, people always come up to me and they're like, well, hey, man, what that pee-pee do?
No.
And he's like, I don't know, peas.
Ew,
It's
what?
so gross.
Why does that make me
He's just like a
grossed out?
really nerdy guy. It was kind of funny. All right, next question.
Caller cried after having sex for the first time after a breakup. Oh, have you done that?
Yes.
Caller has recently broken up with their girlfriend after a few years and finally hooked up with a one-night stand. He says the sex was great, but cried after finishing, and they felt like they were cheating on their ex and really weirded out their one-night stand. The caller is asking why this happened and why he feels such strong loyalty to his ex and how to stop this from happening in the future.
I actually
Makes me
have
sad,
never
actually.
had that. I've never had that. I just said yes. But
I never have like just started crying, but I definitely have had sex where I'm like, damn, like that didn't make me feel good. That wasn't worth it. Like
after
I'd rather,
an ex, like that you were
for
thinking
sure.
about, like
For
that
sure.
wasn't as good.
Yeah, for sure. Like,
Because you're not ready. You can't just jump straight away sometimes. Or like you think that that's going to be like the Band-Aid to put over it is, oh, fuck someone else. Then it's like, wow, that didn't hit the spot I thought it would, like metaphorically.
yeah, I mean, and also if you're with someone for years and you've been loyal to them for years,
Yeah.
it takes time to get out of that like cycle of being loyal to them. So it probably really does feel like they're cheating in a way, even though they're really not.
I've only ever felt excited about some new dick because it's not that same fucking dick I've been stuck with.
You're such a liar.
No,
You never
new dick
have
is the best. Like
sex.
that's the only time it's good. It's when it's brand new dick.
I used to think like that,
Different
and now
dick.
I just want the same one. I
Same
don't want to
dick.
have to go
Yeah.
around and find a
You're like, I
different
already
one.
know
It's
this one. I know what to do with this one.
Yeah, but crying, I think that's normal. I think a lot of people, after they hook up with someone, after they have sex, or after they break up with their ex, it's really emotional. Like,
Mhm. it's just gonna take time. I like your point about that. It does feel like cheating a little bit because
having your heart broken is such a difficult. It's such a difficult thing that we all just are like, whatever, just go have sex with somebody else, or whatever, they suck, or it's really difficult. It doesn't matter what's going on. It's such an emotional thing.
It is.
Like, it's no joke to break someone's heart.
Yeah. Well, especially if you're the one that
Seriously.
got broken up onto, and then you're like trying to.
Have you ever been broken up with?
Yeah, but we weren't really dating. The people that I've always dated, like properly in relationships with, I've always been the one to break it off.
I never have been broken up with. Only that has happened is like it's only been a mutual thing.
Yeah.
But like never in a relationship, actual relationship.
They always say that they meant to break up with you too.
Yeah,
all the time.
whatever. I got rid of her.
No, I
Yeah.
actually wanted this to be over also. I had someone say
Yeah.
that once. They were like, you know what? This hasn't been good for me either for a while.
I'm
like,
sure.
You would not think, oh yeah, well, it probably wasn't that great, but.
No, I'm saying like that's what they say. Like I'm sure. Like
back in the day, because I didn't want to like be openly gay, and I had like this one boyfriend, and I wouldn't hold his hand on the beach. I always feel bad about that later because like
why?
I just made him feel really bad about himself because I was like, don't touch me in public. Like, I
Yeah,
was
but
just
he knows
so-
that that's how it was
Yeah.
for a lot of people who are
Yeah.
coming out. Like I feel like that's always the first stage that I always hear when
true,
someone
yes.
talks about coming out is like,
Yeah.
and how long ago was that?
a long time ago.
And that was like,
yeah.
remember when like people would be like, those two guys are holding
I
hands?
remember
Like it
I
was
used
like,
to see people holding hands, two guys, and be like, whoa.
Yeah.
When I first moved to LA, that was the first time that I really saw people walking down the street,
Same.
like
Like
hand in
West Hall-
hand.
on-
I was
on
like,
Santa
wow,
Monica
everyone's
Boulevard.
so
Yeah.
gay here.
Yeah.
Ah.
that's just something you had to
Yeah.
work through. So don't feel
That's
bad about
true.
that.
I also found out he was a prostitute. But not for me. But someone had told me, guess what? It was actually kind of hot because the way that I found out, someone told me and was like, that guy's an
not
escort. No, he was so hot. This guy is
Okay.
Lebanese. He was really hot. And I got all this extra money. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. He's just like, but then my friend told me and I said to him, are you an escort? And then he called that guy and I know it was bad, but he's like, I'm going to come there and I'm going to fucking stab you. Like this guy's Lebanese, like Middle Eastern guy was so angry. And he's like, I'm going to fucking stab you. And then my friend calls me and goes, you need to put a leash on the guy. He's literally threatening to
Why
come
do
and stab
you
me.
need to do that? I would
And
not
I was
get
like, that
any
is
more
so
involved.
hot that he feels so like he doesn't want like me to think he's like a prostitute. I was like, that's so cute.
Me and my friend, this is so, maybe I shouldn't say this, but
Say
like
it.
me and my friend the other day, I love watching the Netflix people getting kidnapped and like, you know what I mean? Like I'm
Netflix
always like,
people like they
I'm-
live in the Netflix.
no, I'm always watching like Stalker Killer.
Yeah. Oh,
Like
I
I
love
love that
that.
one.
Yeah.
And like, can I tell you a secret?
Yeah.
You know? And
I look sometimes to your Twitter for recommendations.
Yes,
if you
I
say
always
because I
love,
love
like-
those true crime things that are like relationship oriented.
I know,
that crazy
me too.
bitch that burnt down the house,
And-
her own house.
Yeah, I know. Oh my
Ugh.
God, that was so good. But
Yeah.
anyways, we were talking and she was like, I would fake that I'm in love with the person to like try to get myself out of the situation, you know, or we were just talking about how we would get ourselves out of the situation. And I go, but like, what if the guy's really hot? Like, and he kidnaps you and he's like just fucking sexy. Like, I was like, do you run? She was like, no. She's like, I'm gonna stay.
Oh, that's true.
Like
I've had
really hot. Like
fantasies
he just
that
opens
before.
the trunk and he's
Yeah.
just like, and
Yeah.
he's just like, get out. And you're like,
do you play along with it then and be like, oh no,
Yeah, I know.
don't take me, take me.
yeah. Literally, that's what we're
Oh, that
saying.
is so hot.
I know.
But they are insane. But like that's kind of adds to it.
It could be a great
Yeah.
foreplay thing
Yeah.
for me.
But then it just never ends. You're like, I want to go home now.
I'll use that one for my next foreplay.
Yes.
Put me in the trunk. and
Oh
then I just
yes, right.
I'm kidding.
No, I'm not. Okay. Caller needs help to not feel bonded to their casual friends with benefits. Caller's been friends with benefits with this guy for a few weeks and feels a really strong connection. They both agreed it was just sex and had no plans to date. They recently broke it off, but is really struggling to get over her feelings and bonding to him. What should she do? It's another messy situation of the friends with benefits.
Guys, don't fuck your friends.
You
It
can't.
never works
No.
out good.
Can't shit
It
where you
never-
eat.
It never works out.
If you actually
good.
like that friend, you shouldn't, because like that relationship's more important
It
and that will last
is.
forever. And sex does complicate things. Do you have any friends with benefits that you're friends with, like actually friends with,
That I
and have been
actually
able
have
to maintain a friendship with? That you like every now and then
yes,
you're like, oh,
and
let's
then my
fuck.
friend fucked him.
Oh right.
For 7 years, I had a
that
good
was
one.
like that. Like that's really.
That's why it was such a.
maddening.
I was trying to
Yes.
explain to people like why it was such a heartbreak for me is
Mm.
because that was like one of
Yeah.
my OG friends in
Yeah.
LA. One of my original
Yeah.
friends when I moved here that I met that was cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're cool, whatever.
And this lady just fucking messed
Anyways,
it up like that.
I did have that. I'll probably never do it again because that got me in my feelings.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I'm confused about my
Oh, you
feelings.
lost a good thing.
So I think
Uh.
that how do you stop your emotion, your attachment to someone you're not even dating? That's even more
Yeah.
difficult to do.
I would check
So-
out if you really actually like this person, because sometimes, you know, when you're not feeling yourself, or like sometimes you're going through an emotional period and you just think someone could save you, you know, and it's not exactly a person that you really want. Like it's just you needing to be saved at that time, and you'll look at anyone that's the
Yeah.
nearest person to save you.
Yeah. Or she could also just be forward and say, my
Yeah.
feelings have changed. I actually feel like I'm starting to develop feelings for you. Another thing that you can
Mm.
protect yourself from, don't have any conversations with these people. When I had that friends with benefit, it was just like I would just walk in, have sex, walk out. That's when things were like okay. And I think like sometimes the conversation is
Yes.
what makes the
That adds
emotional.
layers.
Yeah, I say stay away from that. If you plan on just
Don't
like don't
talk.
even talk.
Oh God.
Don't text. Don't go out to lunch.
The ball gag comes in.
Yeah.
Gee, was that what we were talking about the other day? Yeah. All right. Well, good luck with that, guys.
Yeah.
This is
Thanks.
fun. Yay.
Yay.
See you next week, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. And also, what else should they do? What else do you need to tell them?
Follow our Instagram, right?
Yes.
If they like a clip and they're comfortable with it, a lot of people have been reposting it on their stories, and that
Yes.
always helps us. You know
Yeah,
what I
I
mean?
love it.
So
I
you can
really
always
love it.
repost and stuff.
And we see all the
and-
comments. So
Yeah.
let us know stuff. And we love you guys.
Yep.
All right. Bye.